So one of the most common questions I get is, why are my utility bills going up? Because people's utility bills are going up all across the country and have been for a few years. Well, let me show you. You're not going to like it. This here is just one example of thousands of stories just like it. Iowa electric natural gas customers to see rate hike after regulators okay Alliant request. Alliant Energy is a small utility company in Iowa that serves about 500,000 people. That's a fairly small utility company. And they are increasing rates on their customers who use natural gas, which is about all of them, even though natural gas is at historic lows and has been for almost 2 years. Alliant Energy made a profit of $700 million last year, servicing their 500,000 customers. That's about $1,400 per person in profit. Alliant Energy has increased its dividends to shareholders for 21 years straight. And even though natural gas is at historic lows, they want to charge people more. Why? To pay for their shit, to pay for their grid, to pay for burying their lines, to pay for renewable energy. Because God forbid a company have to actually use their own profits to pay for their own shit. And here's what's really messed up about it, because Alliance customers are going to have to pay for Alliance shit. Who else is paying for Alliance shit? Because it's not Alliant. This is federal energy subsidies as of 2022. Keep in mind, this does not represent the full effect of the Inflation Reduction Act, which increased subsidies dramatically. But renewable energy gets over seven times the subsidies that oil and gas gets. So not only are Alliance customers paying for Alliance shit through their tax dollars, they're also going to pay for it on their bill every month. And there's another subsidy here I want you to see. It's the second largest energy subsidy in the United States. That is this one right here. Yeah. That is an end-use subsidy. Do you know what an end-use subsidy is? That's where the federal government steps in and assists people in paying their utility bills, paying for their heat or air conditioning or gas, whatever, paying for their utilities. So the utility company continues raising their rates and charging people more and more, even though their cost to service those customers is down dramatically by over 50%. So the customers get to pay for their new shit, and the taxpayers get to pay what is probably now 10 times the subsidies of other forms of energy. Also, the taxpayers can also pay their utility bills because they need more money. You've probably heard the term cheap, reliable, clean energy many times. Yeah, it's cheap. It's just not cheap for you. It's cheap for them, but it's not cheap for you. And that's why your utility bills are increasing and will continue to increase. Thanks.